up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On third down, Jackson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. 30. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. New Orleans.
Jackson's pass.
Chris Godwin. 69 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
On first and 10, Herbert. Harris has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. 3rd down here.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Able to find Harris, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson from the shotgun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
To Chris Godwin.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At their 49-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 37-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 of his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And 10.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He'll return it from the 6. These two teams all tied after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it.
That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Brown, 56 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in.
Complete to
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 39-yard line.
55, right there in the middle. 55, ready? 55, mark, guys, 55.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert forced out to his left. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
On first down, Justin Herbert. It's brought in left side by Tate. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Quick slant to Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cordero Patterson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there. 26 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster.
And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Hayden Hurst, 34 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that one obviously worked out, but it's one where you kind of hold your breath because he was sitting there waiting to take a hit as he threw that ball downfield.
And this is the NFL. You're going to be tested a lot as a guy throwing the football. Will you stand in there, take the hit, and deliver downfield? And when you do it consistently, your offensive line loves you, your receivers love you, everyone does their job to the utmost because they have that kind of confidence in you, and they know that you've shown some toughness, and that's what he exhibited there.
But your body hates you.
No, your body's not real thrilled about the whole thing, but ice packs all around for the QB.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that'll be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Rock 57. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Deshaun Jackson, 34 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
And they take a knee.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
A loss of a yard on the play.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And where have we seen this before?
Oh, that's ambush. That's ambush. We've seen that. What was it, Super Bowl 44?
44.
Right? New Orleans against the Indianapolis Colts. Right after the half, they get it done. I'm so sorry to jump in. I just violated partner and booth etiquette 101.
That's all right. If you come in with an ambush and you come in strong like that, I feel like it's justified.
My apologies, but boy, what a play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
57, Mike, 57. Push him back. Push him back.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check 55, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Oh, nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The ball carrier.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Mark 55, Mark 55. It's going to be
Once again, it's Mostert. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Mostert, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Saints.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you. I got you. Check 43. Sit up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Tackle made by Devin.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Another carry.
Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley.
He was brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
This is Howard on 2nd down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 22 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Nice run for the score. He also had some help in getting to the end zone.
Plenty of help. Everyone had it figured out. Get someone blocked up, give the runner a chance to use his vision and get to the end zone. Couldn't have been drawn up any better.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. On first down, it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Panthers 49, Saints 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
26-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
He's good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Now they'll run it on the toss. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
To the running back.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
57's Mike 57. Wild Bill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Tackled at the
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
A 42-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
59.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Defense, keep it up, guys. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Stop your running.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Goal at the 1-yard.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Let's bring it. Check. Time go. 19 right. Panther 60.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
57. Mike, 57. We ain't giving up nothing.
Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
55. Mike, 55. Check pass.
Now Herbert, third and goal. Herbert has it knocked free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Charles, you look at that run, and in your garrulous and loquacious manner, how would you break down the Nick dynasty that occurred when that was bounced outside? It was almost Machiavellian, wasn't it?
The capricious dichotomy of their play calling is almost a non sequitur. And Brandon, I have to say, my friend, the ubiquitous cacophony of your ostentatious, sycophantic ramblings have left me in a state of ennui.
Do you always have to one-up me? I thought I was bringing the thunder. I don't look. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. But I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Crunch time, defense.
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.